That's a fucking threat.
All of these are. Every single bit of dialogue he's sprouting. Piece of shit.
Yes. Get mad.
Hello everyone and welcome back to 4pixels. Coco is here with Brandon, Buttons, and Jamie, and we are continuing Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright.
I mean, if we have to.
Yeah.
If we truly must.
But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh.
Hello, microphone. Why would you do this? Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's that blue badger you showed us earlier.
A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. And not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. I just went through your entire office. It was great. It was awesome.
It was absolutely legal.
Totally legal.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Illegal.
Rabel.
Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this?
Oh!
Don't call it like that!
I'll do whatever I damn please. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy.
He wants to something worthy, but that sounds boring. So you admit, Sweat, then, that you were involved in the forgery?
Who, me? Or do you mean you?
Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do it too. Isn't that right, Ho? However, Detective Gumshoe, shit, Pierce,
You don't remember what voice you were using, do you?
was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy, would you stop it? Fucking. My monitor keeps turning off. A lot.
Just make up the lines.
Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Pretty sure he's already at that point.
Probably.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office. And their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene.
My. Kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together.
22!
Don't make fun of vegans.
Oh, let's see, what was it now? A vase fragment.
Oh.
And a list? For all you know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when these pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Doc was convicted, then they're useless. Worthless, even. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
when investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol.
You do understand that I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences.
Ooh.
Indeed, I believe I will press charges so you won't make the same mistake again.
My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? I've already made reservations for dinner and I don't want to miss them.
Today is, well, my birthday. Alright, Dodgy. In return, though,
I know. That
What?
What?
gotta take him to get spaghetti.
Gotta get spaghettis, I guess.
place, right?
They going swimming.
Uh-huh. What are these guys? Telepathic?
Don't worry, one day you'll reach that relationship level with Worthy.
Just texting underneath the bench. Yo, this guy's a fucking idiot.
Do you have to talk shit about me while you're right there? You're texting me specifically. This isn't a group chat.
Oh shit. Group chat. Yo, this guy's a fucking idiot.
For all I know, you could have planted them in my office.
I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations.
Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
What? I'll have you know, back in the... Why would...
Yeah,
Oh, Phoenix, you dumb idiot.
I'll have you know that one time I didn't do my homework.
That's the line now.
Mr. Wright, what are you saying?
Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're gonna need it later. It's not like there's cameras everywhere. Later? What are you talking about? What else? I'm talking about when your fingerprints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove your investigation was illegal.
Grr. I have never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. And I fight Edgeworth on the daily.
Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered.
What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery.
You want to run that one by me again? If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery,
I'm not through speaking yet, Mr. Wright. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered.
that's not how crime scenes work.
If they were found after Doc was convicted, then they're worthless. Useless, even.
Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed on the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Doc was sentenced.
Are you fucking stupid? Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient?
Right.
What?
the chief is talking about possibility, so long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however, clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time.
Tell me something I don't know.
Calm down, Mr. Wright. Think about it. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery.
There's like 100 reasons you would participate in forgery.
How can you look me in the eye and say that?
You don't want to start a staring contest with this guy, Phoenix.
Phoenix,
Look
please.
me in the eye.
Because I'm innocent.
About as innocent as OJ.
Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil?
I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Sky.
Well, now do you see? Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out anyway.
Really, Chief Gamp? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all this.
Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit?
And that would, of course, be the position you have. Chief of Police.
Oh!
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured a promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive.
Oh, 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 oh. Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
Do you really think that I'm that incompetent?
Well, you can't
Possibly.
read.
Yeah, well.
What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. Resolution of the SL9 really sped up the inevitable. Just a little.
Is that true, Edgeworth?
No. Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway.
Gah!
Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at. Sure, alright.
Yeah, sure.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Just gonna ignore it. Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now.
Oh my god, I am so shocked.
Would you mind if I changed my testimony a little?
By all means, please do.
Okay.
Although I am hurt that you're not my friend.
Aww.
I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me.
Nothing in it for you?
Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you better think again. You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone. Be tough on crime and tough on people. It's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Oh! 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 That's a good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? Absolutely. True. You might not have helped out anyone for their sake. Fuck, I can't read either. Who knew?
Everyone did. Since the beginning.
Yeah, it's true.
I did finish that line. Thanks.
But if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone.
Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend a hand to people.
That's not
Bless.
what I meant.
Very well, I'll ask. Who is the person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence?
Lana? Because he basically just got the prosecution's office.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky? The defendant!
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed to chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. Isn't that nice? The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all of this?
He'd be able to use his, the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially. He would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets?
Judge, what the fuck?
God. Oh, Jesus.
He's getting
And
up
we
there
never
in
get a new one.
age. He's
We
getting
just
up
have the
there in
same one
age.
throughout all of the games.
There's his. We get his Canadian brother one time.
Oh, wait! You must mean puppet as someone forced to do his bidding.
Admit it, Chief! You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive, to appoint her as chief prosecutor, so you could control her.
Righto, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
Sure. What?
Do you have any proof on this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
Lana. She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless... that is also what happened in this incident.
This is an incident? Which one would that be?
Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial.
No way.
Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
Dun dun dun!
All of the third graders' minds have been blown.
All of them.
You'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
That's a fucking threat.
All of these are. Every single bit of dialogue he's sprouting. Piece of shit.
Yes. Get mad.
Just what do you mean?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What?
Rabble, 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 rabble.
His whole mind just exploded there in that moment.
Yep, all of the third graders.
Order! I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Uh-huh.
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer of the law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. Impossible!
That's my boyfriend you're talking
I
about.
say, that's my best friend since I was 3 years old. I gotta go. I need to take 3 more recesses.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
It's too late, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
There's no turning back for us now.
You said us. It looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this. Yes.
Phoenix, if you don't, you're fucked anyways.
Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, and my best friend is involved in this murder.
My guy pal, if you will.
Just guys being pals.
Just dudes being dudes.
Just dudes being dudes.
Swimming in the
Okay.
buff together on Saturday evenings.
Dudes being guys.
Guy love between two guys.
Just put in that
Sometimes
fucking
you're just gonna help a brother out. It's not gay. You're gay.
Just-
Stop it.
fucking put that hot tub meme right here.
Two dudes swimming in the pool.
5
No
feet
feet apart because they're gay.
I like the accidental Canadian accent. Good question.
I don't think the judge could swim. I just feel like he's not a swimmer. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. Alright then. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
Alright, bring out the exclamation marks.
Yeah.
Just remember, it better be good.
Slowly reaching into his coat, trying not. He's got the cookie in his hand. He'd bring it up.
I know, he's trying.
No, don't put it back. It's alright. No.
No.
He has to be
What?
stronger
What?
just this once.
Maybe?
No! Oh!
Resist the call of the cookie.
Maybe!
No! Blue
Um,
measure.
oops.
Yes.
Oh, goodbye, Gam. We were too hype.
What a buggy PC port. They
What
better
a
fix
buggy
this.
PC port.
We were doing
Is it
something.
that book that we got from Lana, the evidence one?
Not yet.
Or is okay. Let me tell you, if this does some
So
OJ
where was-
bullshit
Where was Goodman murdered?
in his office. Oh wait,
No,
wait,
no,
Goodman,
this is
fuck.
that was Neil that was murdered in the office.
He was murdered in the prosecutor's parking lot.
Well, he was murdered. Lana stuck a knife.
He was
in
murdered like 3 months ago. It's really hard to remember how this went down.
Yeah, it's true.
The buggiest PC port. I mean, in Edgeworth's car.
Okay.
I mean, that's just where he was stabbed a couple times. Wasn't really.
What's one thing that we have in our inventory that is associated directly with Gant, if you can remember? It's on this
Go.
page.
Are you sure it's on the page to the left?
And that's on this one.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Are you positive? That's not to the left. That's right. Click over. Yeah.
No,
No. Go back to the
It's highlighted. It's right there.
Oh fuck! Wow, that was good. Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that. His is 7.
Sevens.
Septuple sevens. This is the ID card list.
Yes. The one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There is one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. Would you look at that? Septuple sevens.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number.
It's your number.
I was gonna, okay, fuck. The past two declarations have been super duper like confident from Phoenix over here. Real proud of him.
What? How do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open, and we may have tried that because it was a 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant.
Whoa, that's an image.
Oh shit, sprite change.
You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Look at his eyebrow fucking go.
The new games are so great, but I really miss these old sprites.
Look at his eyebrow just go.
It was because there's only like 7 sprites per character. It was a proper reward.
Mm-hmm.
Order. Chief Gant. What? Sorry.
He's
dying.
that his bestie is this way.
Chief Gant said it so.
Hey, listen. Oh. That's the line now.
Nothing.
You get fucked.
The defense was searching my office violation of regulations. And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you.
Edgeworth just wants to punish Phoenix, confirmed.
About the use of this ID card.
I mean, do you remember his chess set?
Oh, I actually forgot. Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
What about it? I'm the chief of police, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom.
What
What's the
about it?
difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Oh shit, in the evidence room.
I'll shit in the evidence room, I'll put it on the evidence, I'll submit it as proper evidence, and then stay in the eyes. Tell me.
Please do not shit in the evidence room. That is a terrible life choice.
When you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Fucking liar.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? In the evidence room.
Of course not, why would he be?
Well,
I hadn't seen him in days.
that's a lie. You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Camp? Sounds like bullshit, but okay. I'm afraid you just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. You want to know why?
What? You're being mean to my friends, stop it!
He's so mad about it. This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. Stop being mean to my friend.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.
We kill Gant in one episode.
The mansion had an alluring air of beauty about it in that era. It was almost like something out of a fairy tale. This period of history could perhaps be described as a symphony of destruction, as cumbersome principles of old came crashing down. Freed from the day-to-day oppression of these antiquated precepts, the people seemed to hark back to the more poetic, expressive ways of old. They took these newly blossoming emotions in hand, and with them they wrote literature, painted portraits, composed theater, and found love. Even the church, which had maintained authority throughout the Middle Ages, embraced the changing times, adopting the culture's flowering sense of aesthetic. War would break out not 20 years from then, in the ripened era from the tree of history, but that is of no concern to us now. At the time, it was still what people referred to as the Golden Age, a period of furor for all who were there.